screw it. We're going to hit record. I literally just clicked record, and I'm not putting off making this video. It's nothing that crazy. If you've got better things to do, feel free to click off and go away. First of all, I want to say hi. I got a new camera. Probably why I wanted to film this, because it's cool seeing, your hard work recognized in something like a piece of new equipment or something. But I wanted to say hello and ask how you are. And actually how you are, not just like, oh, I'm fine. If you're watching this video, you must care somewhat. So I want to know. I want a paragraph. Drop it in the comments. What situation are you going through right now? Obviously something you're willing to disclose. I'd love to know. I'd love to read it. I love reading the comments on all these videos. I have, in case it wasn't obvious already, absolutely zero plan with what I'm going to talk about in this video. But I remembered last year during lockdown, the first lockdown I should say, because here we are again in lockdown, I made podcasts every week about whatever, really. I don't even really recall what I spoke about 90% of the time. Then I started making it with my twin brother, and it was just a good time. And I think everything has changed so much even since then. I thought I'd check back in with you, because even years ago, 2016, 2015, 2014, I would make update videos on this channel. 2013, and now we're here in 2021, and it's a little bit tough. It is, because on the one hand, I'm absolutely living the dream, and on the other hand, of course, like everyone, I'm struggling to kind of process everything that's going on. I feel very short for time. I work a lot of hours. I do a lot of stuff, and I haven't had any time off. I think that's the main thing. And it's one of those cases of the grass is always greener, in some ways, because throughout the first lockdown, everyone was kind of loving it in a way. If we ignore for a second, because it's all we've had to think about for the past year, the severity of the situation we're all in. If you ignore all that for a second, a lot of people enjoyed the novelty of it. They loved being off work. A lot of my friends at my cricket club are teachers in some way or another, and they were loving the time off, basically. And I looked at that and I thought, man, I can't take any time off. I just can't. And I'm still kind of in that mindset. I work full time. I work Monday to Friday full time. And then Saturday morning to early afternoon, I'll usually finish up bits. And then Sunday, I'll spend a couple of hours preparing for the next week. So I don't get time off. So part of me is looking at people on furlough. I'm like, oh man, that sounds really good to have time off and know it doesn't affect you negatively in terms of your job. I could take time off, and I always can. That's one of the best things about being a YouTuber. But it would be, I feel like, to my detriment if I did. Whereas obviously if you're furloughed and you're getting paid to not work, then your mind isn't on work and you can truly enjoy relaxing. But now I'm at the stage of thinking, obviously I'm grateful for what I'm doing. I don't understand how people that are furloughed must be feeling. It must be horrible to be in that position for this long and to be bored, I think, because I'm bored and I'm still working and I still love what I'm doing. But then when I'm not doing it and I'm doing nothing, it's not a great feeling. And I cannot imagine what it must feel like to wake up and not know what to do. Because I sometimes feel like that, and I've got stuff to do. So I'm glad of the position I'm in. And again, this is just pure absolute ramble. But if you are furloughed or if you're off work, how are you dealing with it? I can't imagine what I'd do. I'd probably be doing what I'm doing now. That's the thing. That's why it's always so hard for me to comprehend, is that my full-time job is just doing my hobby a lot, to the point where it sometimes does feel a bit like work. It's just my hobby, but a lot more. So when I think of not working, I think of, playing video games. So it would probably be like streaming, playing video games, and not having to edit, not having to make graphics, not having to deal with emails and sponsorships. That's probably what my time off would be like. So it'd be very similar to the way I'm spending it now. So yeah, I just felt like I'd make this video and check in with where I'm at, because a long way of, speaking about it. Back then last year when I was making the podcasts, I recorded where I was at, and I'm very grateful for that, because I'll always have that to look back on. And that's a big regret that I have for all the content I've deleted off the internet, which is, nothing bad, nothing really, not a lot in the grand scheme of things. But particularly videos on this channel, some of the earlier ones. Although, no, I don't think I've really removed anything from this channel, to be fair. If I look back, and I can see my first video, so I can't have taken too much off this channel. But before this channel, my online existence from 2011 to 2013 is very warped. Like, you can't really find anything. And I wish I could, man. I know why I removed it at the time, because, whenever I did remove it, because let's say I was a year or two older, and it was a close enough representation of me for me to be embarrassed by it. Whereas now, I'm so far from that 12-year-old kid that I would love for it to be there. I'd love to look back at myself and laugh or whatever. But it's not there. And that's a real shame. And actually, now that I'm recording this tomorrow, because I'm recording this on the 9th of February, tomorrow is my 5-year anniversary of creating my main YouTube channel, which is, of course, Pick a Pixel, if you don't know. I'm sure if you're watching this far into this video, you probably know that. But that 5-year anniversary is coming up tomorrow, and that really kind of makes me think back about the 5 years, and how within the first year, just after 1 year of posting videos, I went from a new channel to quitting my job. And now 4 years of doing that full time have passed, and here we are. And in 2018, I basically said I had a 5-year goal. February 2018, I said I had a 5-year goal of 1 million subscribers, and that was my long-term goal. And in November 2016, I said my 5-year goal was 100,000 subscribers. Wow. I mean, that's that's crazy. So my 5-year goal from November 2016 was then met 5 months after that, in March of 2017, which was a lifelong dream. And then things started to slow down a little bit. It took me nearly 2.5 years to go from 300,000 to 400,000 subscribers. And I hit 400,000 subscribers at the start of September. So now, 5 months later? October, November, December, January, February. 5 months later, we're past 700,000 subscribers. And also, I'm in the Rocket League YouTube community. So I'm viewed as a big YouTuber, which is wild. I think in the grand scope of YouTube and the internet, you see someone with 1 million subscribers nowadays, and they're a YouTuber. Once you're at 1 million subscribers, you're at the point where it's your job and you're a YouTuber. But you're not a big YouTuber. Now the bar's been raised, 5 million, 10 million. You're a big YouTuber. Obviously, back in the day, 1 million was huge. And I'm not even there yet. But in the Rocket League community, it's so strange to be known as a big YouTuber. I can't, when I say it out loud, just YouTuber in general, it's sort of weird that this is my job in a way, because I've dreamt of doing it for, I don't know when the first sort of inkling that I could maybe, I don't know if I could maybe do it full time was, because when I announced my 5-year goal of 1 million subscribers, it was when I was being interviewed at Yogscast Studios in Bristol. And I said, the 5-year goal is 1 million subscribers. And then I said, I'm going to say when that happens, not if, because I'm not going to stop trying until I do. And I'm not there yet. I'm not at the goal yet. I still have 2 more years to get 1 million subscribers, and it's still the same. It's when it happens, not if. Luckily, past data and performance and extrapolating that suggests that it will be this year, which oh my gosh, man. I think when I think of this channel, I think of school, and I think of being that YouTube guy in school, in my little bubble. It was never massive, but 10,000+ subscribers, that's a big deal when you're in school. You're the YouTube guy, you're the YouTube kid. And And oh my days, man. When I reach 1 million subscribers, that's going to be unreal. Because I remember when I was sort of, I think I can largely attribute that growth to two things. Free to play in the Rocket League, the game that I play in Rocket League, it went free to play, so more players played it, and therefore more players want to watch videos about it. And two, I actually, okay, we'll go into it. We'll go like deep, I guess you could say. I made a big change in October off the back of free to play and gaining a bit of momentum. I had a choice to make, and it's one of the biggest and best decisions I've made in my YouTube career. And that was to turn down a sponsorship. So I've never spoken about money, really. Well, I say never. I have done it, but not with exact figures when it's been my full-time job, put it this way. But I basically made the choice to turn down a sponsor to continue their deal that I've been working with since 2017. And this sponsor was willing to offer $10,000 a month to me for me to put my 20-second intro shouting out their website and giving my discount code at the start or in the first couple of minutes of my videos. Just one intro that I'd recorded in January 2020 and used throughout 2020. They wanted me to put that in my videos just in the first few minutes for $10,000 a month. And you might think that's absolutely mad, and that's a number that I can't comprehend. It's wild. But before costs for them, I think people using my code on that website generated them about $80,000 the month prior to me leaving the sponsorship. So it all makes sense. And they profited around about $30,000 from that. So now you understand why those numbers might make sense. But that sponsorship conflicted with my relationship with Rocket League, and it essentially became against the rules for me to do that. So I turned down the sponsorship, even though every other YouTuber there's no YouTuber bigger than me that does it. I was the biggest that did it. That sounds so egotistical, but I'm just speaking out of my mind right now. And there are YouTubers that to this day still do it. They make thousands a month. Good for them. And I could have done it, but my relationship with Rocket League wouldn't have been as good. So I decided not to. But that, you might think, why is that the biggest decision you ever made? Why is that the best decision you ever made? Up until that point, that was my main source of income. Ad revenue is what it is. It fluctuates. Some months it was as good as, other months it wasn't great. But I basically made bad videos. So going back to what I was talking about, when I had a few thousand subscribers, I always thought my videos are better than that. I deserve more than 1,000 subs. And then that period of a couple of years where I was stuck between 300 and 400,000 subscribers, I said, whenever someone said I deserved 1 million subscribers, I said, no, I don't. What have I done? And that was because I knew my videos weren't that great. And I didn't have to make great videos because somehow this company were willing to pay me that money per month just to put their intro on my video, regardless of how many views it got. So even if the views were way down, they would still pay me the same price. And that made me so comfortable. I'm sure you can imagine. You have to record an intro and then make your videos as usual, but the video doesn't have to be good. It just has to be uploaded. You know, you have like a quota to account for. You upload a video. And they paid me per upload. I didn't have a certain amount I had to meet, so it wasn't like I was literally making content to get paid. It was always making content I enjoyed, but it wasn't great. It was just meh. I wasn't providing much value. But as soon as that sponsorship revenue went away, I was like, right, my main source of income is now ad revenue. I have to make ad revenue. And how do you do that? You get more views, because that's how you paid on YouTube. The more views you get, the more ad revenue you're paid. So I thought, if I want to get more views, I need to make better videos. So I essentially doubled the time it took for me to make videos by making them better. That, combined with riding the wave of free-to-play, making better videos, I had a plethora of eyes on my channel that saw me for the first time. They had no preconceptions of what I was like as a video creator, of my poor videos. They weren't bad. The quality was decent, the camera, the mic, all that was good. But it wasn't fantastic. They had no preconceptions as to what I was like as a content creator, so I didn't have this reputation as someone who half-assed content anymore. You know, whereas before, less people watched my videos than you'd expect based on the amount of subscribers I had, because my videos weren't great. And people that subscribed, they subscribed at one point because they liked the video they saw, but they didn't continuously watch. But now, my videos are so much better, and I finally, for the first time in my life, feel like I deserve 1 million subscribers with the work I put in on my channel and the quality of my videos and everything like that. And as a result, and with free to play and with the growth, the view count and the ad revenue has, I'm not going to say exact figures, but it surpassed the amount that sponsorship ever could. And that's because I took a risk. It was one of the scariest decisions I've ever made. Turning down a good wage from sponsorship alone, saying I'll accept completely nothing. I think I cried about it in October once. I was so scared because YouTube is my absolute dream. But taking that risk was the best decision I've ever made, because money's not an issue, which is awesome. I don't have to do sponsored videos every day. I've turned down more sponsorships than I can even count on, well, both my hands in the last month. I get so many offers, and I love having the freedom to be able to be like, no, if I don't like it. I don't feel obliged to a company anymore. If I want to do a sponsorship, I can. I might do like 2 a month. That's what I said to my management. Instead of 25 sponsor videos a month, I'll now do 2 or something like that. And now we're on the road to 1 million subscribers, and I think I'm going to get there. And I think I'm going to get it this year. I cannot wait to get 1 million subscribers. And I think it was, I can't remember which milestone it was, maybe 500,000. My brother actually, my twin brother Tom, you would have seen him, he posted it on his social media with the caption along the lines of proud brother moment. And that was awesome. Like, he doesn't know how much that meant to me, but to know that your family are proud of you is just awesome. And to know that people support me, the people around me that support me, they're just awesome. And I cannot wait to make them proud. I cannot wait. When I hit 1 million subscribers, I'm going to phone my grandma as well. And oh my goodness, she helped me so much with all of this. Just like believing in me. Just, she doesn't understand it. She was in a video on my main channel. She doesn't understand it, but and then that's going to be like, I don't have to be, not that I'm obsessed with the subscriber count, but once you get that goal and once you get the golden plaque, I don't have to look at that number anymore. I know for a fact I'll be fully focused again making videos. And obviously I am now, but I've always got that peripheral vision on the sub count, because I want to hit 1 million so badly. And I think I'm going to do it. So yeah, this is, to be fair, there's no better record of what mindset I'm in right now for this channel for me to look back on, other than the final stretch of the road to 1 million subscribers. Whatever came out of my mouth, because I haven't scripted it, is the appropriate thing for me to say in this video, because that's where my headspace is at with work. And with this whole lockdown situation, work is the only thing I can really focus on. I'm having a lot of fun streaming, which is awesome. I can use this camera for streaming, which is great. Up until yesterday, I was using a webcam, but I finally got this new camera. And yeah, so future Matt, if you're watching this, I just want to say well done for the work you did. And if you need a little pick-me-up right now, just remember how far you've come and be grateful for what you have, because you know it, and you know that I think most days, if you're feeling down, that one key to happiness is gratitude, and you have 1 million reasons to be grateful. So thank you everybody for watching my little update in my life. It's all very YouTube heavy right now because there's not much else to do, and I'm very happy to be where I am. So thank you for watching. Remember to drop a comment down below, and yeah, stay safe.